everyone. Welcome to the last, not the last of this series, the last episode. Uh, this is a fun one. This is featuring my friends, my very dear, very old, very long time friends. Not old, old, you
Oh,
know what I mean. But yes, it's young at heart. That's what matters. So forget about.
okay.
And so this is my dear friend Didi. She's just going to chat with us briefly. This one is going to be brief, I think. We always start out planning to be brief, but let's see where it goes. So she's going to chat with us briefly just about where she is in life, all the things she's balancing, and just a few messages for people who maybe are struggling with, trying to figure out how to make sense of life and just, how to balance all the many demands on you. Um, so she's yet another lawyer. I told you guys I surround myself with people that can get me out of trouble. she's a lawyer. She's a mom. She has two kids. She lives in the UK. I'm doing all this introduction because if I ask her to do it, she will just start for me shy. So anyway, I have warned her not to say any embarrassing things about my younger days and where we're coming from. So this is a serious conversation. So anyway, straight into it, Didi. You're really busy. I know you're always busy. Every time I see you, there's something new you're doing. There's a new business idea you're launching, or you're thinking about, or you're wondering if it makes sense, and then it eventually makes sense. Anyway, what exactly are you juggling right now, and how's it going?
Okay. Yeah. Hi, everyone. And thank
Hi.
you, thank you, Ila, for for having me on here. Um, well, like you probably just said everything about me, really. But in terms of what I'm juggling, the most important is my two little people, and my family, and my family.
Juggling your
Um,
husband too.
juggling my husband,
Yeah.
and then I've got a business, a growing business. It's called Shop Suta, and work as well, and some studying. So yeah, and just
Yeah,
life.
sure.
We're trying to figure it out.
I like the way you made it sound just very, yeah, with my children, my job, and yeah, I'm studying. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that, but she's a really busy woman. And somehow, so I'm calling her for this series, I'm calling you the focus queen because, and I know you don't agree because you feel like you just dabble into things and somehow they work out. But one of the things I've seen about you is that you dabble into things, but you don't stop. You just keep going, and somehow it just works out for you. And it's one of the things I admire about you, the fact that I'm talking to you and I'm like, how are you doing? He's like, I don't know, I'm
I
just
don't
trying.
know.
Meanwhile, meanwhile, you're still going, and you just keep going and going and going, and it
Yeah.
just keeps getting better. And I know you. If I ask you, you're going to say, "Oh, it's nothing." But just try to think about what is it that you do that just makes you keep going. Like I know sometimes you might feel like, oh, one part is dropping, you're dropping the ball on one side or the other. But I feel like, generally speaking, you are balanced and you have it all at an acceptable level. First of all, your house is always tidy. I don't know how you do that, but anyway. Uh, so just think about it. Like just off the top of your head, what are the top three things that you think help you balance it out?
Yeah, I mean, it's ironic that you say focus individuals, focus person, because for me, I think
Queen.
my my first my first thing I would say to anyone is don't focus on it. You know, I don't focus
Okay,
on it.
this is
I
a
don't.
new. Don't focus.
Yeah, yeah. Don't focus on it. Don't dwell on the thing, that the task. You
Yeah.
know. So I think I was saying to my husband once that you know how I get by is I just look at what I have to do today. Like what is the what's the task ahead of me, and I just do. And I don't think about like, oh, this means that no, don't think too much. And when I say don't focus on things, I don't mean like don't put your heart into things, but I mean I don't believe that anything is a do or die affair. Um,
Yeah.
or I think prioritize things so that you are the things that you're passionate about. So like for me, it's my kids, it's my family. So that those things are the things that you worry about, and then the other things are just things that you're doing because hopefully you enjoy doing them. Yeah.
Mm.
but they're not things
I
that
like
if
that because there's a question I want to ask. So a lot of people feel like, and I think these days there's this whole thing about, your career has to be rewarding. You have to do what you love, which is amazing because that's one of the things you and I have talked about earlier this evening. Make sure it's something you enjoy. But sometimes we have jobs that are not necessarily what we would have chosen. And I've had conversations with people where they said, look, my job is a means to an end for me. It's something that helps me make money to do what I really love. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
yeah
But how do you balance that? Because I feel like sometimes people have those things and then they're getting so frustrated in the fact that I'm not doing what I want to be doing. Meanwhile, you can
mm,
actually use that thing to then do what you really want.
yeah
It's
yeah I
easy
think
to
just
get
take it easy on
into it,
yourself,
which is what
really.
you're saying about focus. Yeah.
Yeah, I think take it easy on yourself. Like, if for example I'm in a job and I really I'd rather be doing something else, but I can't quit that job because I'll just take it. The thing what I realized, like, because my name is Didi, and Didi, it's in Didi, and Didi means patience, right? I think they gave me that name because maybe when they saw me, they're like, this
I
child,
remember a conversation we
this
had about
child,
this name.
this child, because I'm not the most patient. I'm like, let it happen, But somehow this is how I know I've grown over the years. I've come to see that things will eventually play out.
Mhm.
Like just take it easy. So if you're doing something and you feel you're stuck in that thing, but there's something else you have to do, but then there's that thing you have to do that thing because you need the money or whatever. I'll just say, do your research on the thing that you want to do. Keep building in the background or whatever, and do what you have to do. Okay. But for me, the bottom line is that make sure you do that thing that you really want to do eventually.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I think for me, the only thing that would keep you going is if you love what you're doing.
Yeah. And it's, yeah, because sometimes it's hard to strike the balance because
Yeah,
sometimes it's like you have a choice with either postponing your dream indefinitely or and when you're postponing your dream indefinitely, you're getting sucked into this thing you don't want to do that you have to do,
yeah,
and then it gets hard to pull yourself out. And one of the things I see, which I think you demonstrate very finely, is the fact that it's possible to do a little of everything. You
mm.
don't necessarily
To an
have to
extent,
be Albert Einstein at one thing. It's possible to
mm.
do a little
To an
of
extent,
everything, and that helps you to not put too much pressure on one particular thing.
yeah,
Oh, I thought the network had gone off again.
yeah.
Okay.
I thought so too.
And that helps you to,
Um,
not put too much pressure on one particular thing.
yes, exactly. Because you don't want. I mean, if you're juggling, so if you're not juggling, it's fine to, like, I don't know. But if you're juggling stuff, you don't want to run mad. You know. So you want. Well, for me, I kind of spread out the weight and just enjoy. So I'm like, okay, I touch
Enjoy
here,
it, yeah.
yeah, I touch here, I touch
A
here.
little bit of
And
this,
then
a
and,
little
and
bit of
before,
that.
and then little by little, the years go by and the things happen. The things
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I'm done with this one now. This is done. This is that. My kids are growing. Whatever it is. So I think for me, the key things are like, don't dwell on it. So I'm not saying don't be a focused person in what you're doing, but don't dwell on the fact that I'm doing this now and let it overwhelm you. And then be true to yourself. I'd say, okay, do the things that you actually enjoy. And if you can't do them right now, be working on them in the background.
Plans,
That's all.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks. I personally can relate to this because I'm one of those people that I was getting into university. What am I saying? I was graduating from university and I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. Like I
Yeah.
still don't know what I want to be when I grow
What
up.
you be-
So there were times in my life when I felt, look, am I just an aimless person? Everyone else seems to have it figured out. But I
yeah.
think there's a lot of joy and a lot of freedom in having a blank page and just
Yeah.
wanting to try things
Yeah.
and yeah, taking the pressure off. And somehow a lot of the things in my life that I've enjoyed the most are the ones that I didn't plan.
Yeah.
I jumped
Because
into
yeah,
them and then yeah. And then I just said, you know what, I'm already here. I might as well. And then I just put my foot down and just got it done.
yeah,
So
yeah. And
thanks.
and also one thing I'd say, sorry, that is intuition as well. Is for me has always been key because most of the things I've started have always been. I just feel so strongly about this thing. Just feel so strongly about this thing. I just feel like this is right, and I don't know what other sense it makes, but I think, okay, let me just start it. Let me just try. But also, I've also learned that there can come a point when your plate is full, So you should just know when to stop and when to jump
Yeah.
in as much as you can. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I was going to ask you what's your one big message, but I feel like you've given us like three big messages that anyone
Yeah.
can take with them. Don't
Yeah.
take yourself too seriously.
Don't take yourself too seriously.
um,
Don't take yourself too
not
seriously.
that deep. Uh,
And focus on
and
what matters.
do
And
what you
focus
want to
on what
do.
matters.
Yeah,
In quotes. Yeah.
yeah. Do what
Focus
you
on what
really want to do. If you're not doing it
matters.
yet, make plans to do it. And what was the last one again? Intuition.
Mm,
Follow your intuition.
yes. Yes. Yeah.
Follow your
Follow your.
intuition. Never, it will never lead you wrong. Thanks,
Yeah.
Didi. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thanks for your
So I was
time.
going to say this is a teaser video and they should read the blog post, but I feel like this video will be at the end of the blog post. So just read and watch. That's it. That's all I ask for you. Read and watch in whichever order you want. But thanks a lot. It's quite late, so I'm going to let you go.
Yeah. Cool.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye, guys.